Hello one and all, my name is Angel Francisco and today I'm going to explain you how to use the PWM ports of a PIC microcontroller using the CCS Compiler. So let's start. So first, what is PWM? PWM stands for Pulse Width Modulation, which is the process of controlling the duty cycle of a signal just by controlling how much time it will be high compared to the total period of the signal. This duty cycle will directly affect the average voltage of the signal. So the higher the duty cycle, the bigger the average voltage will be. So this will directly affect the power consumption of the device it is connected to, which with values of 0%, meaning that the signal will always be low, and values of 100%, meaning that the signal will always be high with a maximum average voltage. This is a formula to calculate the duty cycle of a signal. We divide the time high by the period. That's it. Pretty simple. So let's take a look at the code. The first two lines are just boilerplate lines that we are going to use to set up the basic configuration of the microcontroller. So let's dive into the main function, okay? We are defining a variable named ADC value, whose type is an integer of 16 bits. This variable will be used to store the ADC value that we are going to get from the converter, okay? And then we are setting up the CCP1 as a PWM generator, okay? Then we are setting up the timer to give it a first color of 16, a set number of 255, and a first color of 1. So a first color of 16 means that the timer will run 60 times slower than the actual clock frequency. A set value of 255 is the value with which the timer will be reset, and the post color of 1 means that the timer needs to overflow only one time before generating an actual interrupt signal, okay? Then in the next lines, we are just saying that all analog inputs or pins that have this analog capability will be connected to the ADC converter, okay? And finally, with this very important set ADC channel function, we are just saying that we are going to take the first pin and we will be connected to the actual ADC converter, okay? So now let's take a look at the pinout of the microcontroller that I'm using. In this case, the PIC16F877. Obviously, you have to connect pins 11 and 32 to 5 volts and pins 12 and 31 to 0 volts or ground. As always, you have to connect pin 1 or master clear to 5 volts through a 10 kilo ohm resistor, and the pin 17 will be the one that will provide the PWM signal. And pin 2, which is the analog input, will be the pin that will be connected to a voltage divider, which is a potentiometer, okay? So this is the circuit. As you can see, if we move the potentiometer, we are going to decrease or increase the brightness of the circuit. That's it. Thanks for your attention, and if you have any doubts, you can leave it on the commentary section.